So, thank you for agreeing to this interview, Darren. Could you tell us a bit about your background and how you ended up at Azamara?
Well, I've been with Azamara just over 4 years now, and it's been the best decision I've made, or best decision my family's made as well, because we really enjoy it. I was a guest entertainer for many, many years, so I used to fly around all the different ships, the big cruise lines, the small cruise lines. In fact, I sailed on these Azamara ships when they were Renaissance ships back 26 years ago. So I know these ships well. They've always had a special place in my heart, the R-class ships. So I was a guest entertainer for around 15 years, started in 1998. I met my wonderful wife, Catherine, on the Grand Princess in 2004. She was my boss then, and people still say she's still the boss. She was a cruise director then in 2004. I was a guest entertainer. We managed to travel around the world for a number of years together. We got married in 2006. We had our first child, Daisy, in 2008. So that's when I decided I was missing my kids. Archie came along 2009, and I decided to retrain as a school teacher. In 2012, I became a school teacher, and I thought I'd be doing teaching for the rest of my career. And then the pandemic came along, didn't it? And everyone sort of reevaluated their lives. And Catherine, my wife, reevaluated mine, because she said, I think it's time you went back to sea, Darren. And luckily for me, Azamara still remembered me from my many years as a guest entertainer. I was invited to become a cruise director in March 2022, and I've loved every minute of it.
We've loved every minute of having you on board too,
Thanks,
I have
Angie.
to say.
Thank you.
The title cruise director covers a multitude of things, doesn't it? And I don't think people often realise that. So what does your role entail?
I'm in charge of the entertainment on board, so everything from the musicians right here in the den, up in the living room, our party band, our AV team, so that the guys doing the sound and lights are part of our entertainment department. The broadcast team is part of the entertainment department. There's 24 of us in total, so the singers and dancers, the assistant cruise director, activity host, the party band, the musicians in the journey band, and den pianist, obviously, broadcast and AV. And I look after all of them. Great team, very talented team, very close-knit team. I'm proud to work alongside each and every one of them. But sometimes people, they say the title cruise director, and I think, oh, they must look after shore excursions, guests, so anything involved in the cruise. But it's not. I'm just in charge of the entertainment on board. Obviously, I can help with all other aspects of the operation on the ship, because I guess the cruise director, along with the captain, is the voice of the ship. I'm the voice you hear on the public address system. I'm one of the most visible people, so people see me in my flashy shirts, etc. I think, oh, we'll go and ask Darren a question, which is great, because I love trying to help everybody and everyone.
And you certainly do that. So what's your favourite element of your job? Do you have a specific thing that you love doing more than most?
Obviously, Azamara, one of the things that drew me towards Azamara is the cruise director has to be a performer. And that's important to me. I'm a performer long before I was a cruise director, and that's always part of my sort of reason for being here. On the big ships, the cruise director you never really see them as much as you used to, because they've got a huge team to manage, and so they're in the back office all the time, and a lot of cruise directors on the bigger ships don't have an entertainment background. So I do, which is great. So I love my singing. I love singing as much as I can, but my favourite part of the job is mentoring and looking after the younger people in the department, and making sure they're set up for success. I was a teacher, as I said, for 10 years, and I take great pride in mentoring and sort of the activity hosts, assistant cruise directors, and I love seeing them progress, watching their shows, developing their shows, and I just love being part of a team, part of the Azamara family. We talk about this family. When I first came on, I just fell in love with the whole vibe straight away, walking along the sort of crew areas, everyone's smiling, everyone's saying hi. As a guest entertainer, you weren't part of that family. It was quite a lonely job, just flying from ship to ship. You were by yourself, but it's nothing better than being part of a team, and sitting in on meetings with other heads of department, and sort of seeing ways how we can enhance guest experience and working together. It might be something like we've just started on here, the Jazz and Gin Night, that we've collaborated with F&B department, the Aquilina dinners that we're doing now, the sort of karaoke's. All these things have evolved since I've been on, and it's really nice to see them growing and standing back, watching guests enjoy that and thinking, I'm a small part of that.
And talking of things evolving, I think you've evolved as well in one of your new shows, haven't you?
So I guess you're talking about the Neil Diamond show I've been doing.
Yeah.
And look, people have been asking me for 30 years to do a Neil Diamond show, and I never got round to it. I always felt I like to sing a bit of everything, because as you know, Angie, I like singing the songs from the musicals as well. I think sort of the Phantom of the Opera, Music of the Night's my big party piece. That gets the biggest sort of reaction during the shows. But eventually, just about 3-4 months ago now, I put my Neil Diamond show together when I was on my last vacation, just because of the new movie, Hugh Jackman movie, Song Sung Blue. So once again, people were saying, Darren, come on, it's time you're doing your Neil Diamond show. I thought, yeah, why not? And if Hugh Jackman can do it, so can I. And I've loved every second of it. It's given me, even at this ripe old age, a new lease of life, and really invigorated me as a performer. Seeing the reactions as well. I've done it in the cabaret a few times, done it up in the living room if we haven't had the time to do it in the cabaret on a shorter cruise. And just guest reaction. Everyone loves a bit of Neil Diamond. It's so good, so good.
Couldn't have put it better myself. And I have to say, any of our viewers who are going to come on, they must come and see you.
It's a good show.
Brilliant show. One last question.
Yeah, of course.
Ports.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favourite port or ports that you visited?
Yeah, there's different ports for different reasons. I love all New Zealand and Australia, New Zealand, just a fantastic place, Milford Sound, etc. All of Asia, I love Asia, just a different culture. I'm going to Japan later this year on the Pursuit, and I've never been before, so I've heard amazing things about that. Can't wait for that. People often ask me what would be my favourite cruise, and it's normally when we're in Europe, and I like the intensive cruises. Obviously we do the big ports like Barcelona and Rome, which most cruise lines do, but the sort of Croatian intensive, that's my recommendation to a lot of guests who've maybe done the big ports, the sort of stereotypical Mediterranean ports. But the Croatian intensive, especially the one, the captain won't like me for saying this, because obviously he's a proud Croatian, but the Croatian intensive, when it goes into Montenegro, into Kotor, when you're sailing up there, it's just
absolutely
incredible.
Beautiful.
It just takes, the first time I'd done it, it just took my breath away. I wasn't expecting a big sort of fjord into a port in Montenegro. It's just incredible. I love that, but also I love bits of Turkey. There's a bit of everything really. I used to love, and obviously we can't go at the moment, it's St. Petersburg in Russia, but that Baltic capitals, Norway. I think I've named every continent now, haven't I? So there you go.
I think that's not a bad go there.
Everything's got its own reason. Obviously I've been cruising now for many years, so each port's got different memories for me as well. So yeah, but if someone was looking for a sort of a Mediterranean cruise, maybe 8 or 9 day cruise, Croatian intensive.
Thank you for that, and thank you for your time as always.
You're welcome, thank you.